Okay, so I'm almost 18. I turn 18 in a little over 2 weeks, and to be honest, I don't feel like an adult at all. And the thought of it is kind of terrifying. Just thinking about how my responsibilities are going to change over this next year. It's scary because from going from living with your parents, having their full support, to just being out there living on your own, making your own decisions, it's going to be a huge change. There's going to be a lot of new responsibilities that I'm gonna have to worry about that maybe I didn't even consider before. And it's probably gonna be a huge wake up call because I think I don't have time now, but what about when I have all these other responsibilities to handle? It's definitely an interesting thing to think about. And you can get your mind going down this rabbit hole of, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'd say it's pretty easy to do that. In my mind, I'm still a kid, but it just doesn't seem like in 2 weeks I won't be anymore. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. It's just a time frame. Like I'm not going to be a different person 2 weeks from now just because I'm technically an adult and not a child. But just that feeling of knowing that your childhood is over, it's kind of a sad thing to think about. I'd like to think I had a pretty blessed and good childhood. I didn't have to grow up through poverty or much struggle at all. I grew up with two parents who would have done anything for me. But pretty soon here, I'm going to be on my own. Anything could happen from this point going forward because it's my life now. I have to support myself. I'm gonna have to go to college, I'm gonna have to get a job. All things that I wouldn't have had to worry about beforehand. And there's a lot of pressure because it feels like these next few years will determine how well my life goes or determine the trajectory of my life. Because if I mess up, I could be broke, living in my parents' basement or even on the streets. Like, who knows what could happen? This is real life now, and it's easy to get caught up in that pressure. I often completely avoided conversations about college or anything like that, what I wanted to major in, where I wanted to go, because I found comfort in my childhood and what I already knew. And I guess I was afraid of the inevitable change that was going to come. I avoided filling out my college applications till the last minute because I just didn't want to think about it. I hated going on college visits because all it was a reminder to me that in a year or two I'm not going to be here at home. I'm not going to be in a place that I'm used to. And it's going to force me to grow up, which I guess I just ultimately did not want to do. But there's nothing I can do to stop myself from growing up. Time's going to pass either way. I'm going to have to get on board or be left behind. So whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to take on all these responsibilities, all this pressure. And people always say the saying, pressure makes diamonds. But pressure can also create cracks in a dam, which eventually could cause the dam to crumble. Pressure can be a good thing, but it can also tear you down and make it harder to get back up. So be a diamond, not a dam. Because I think it's easy to get in this mindset of, oh, I have so much going on. I have all this weight, all this pressure piled onto me. I can't handle it. But if you really think about it, everyone else that's my age, they're all going through the same thing right now. So if I'm sitting here complaining about all these new things that I have to worry about, all these tasks that I have to get done, what does that really do besides set me behind? You just have to know in the back of your mind that it's normal to feel this pressure and it's okay and it's probably good for you. Don't complain that there's so much you have to do. There's so much that we all have to do. That's just how life is. And to be honest, you probably wouldn't want it any other way. You wouldn't like your life if you had nothing to do. You wouldn't like your life if you had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is growing up is hard. It can be terrifying to think about. It can be terrifying knowing that no matter what you do, you're going to have to give up the relatively easy life that you've been living. And there's a lot of things that you give up going from a child to an adult, but you can also get a lot of new opportunities as you get older. So try to focus on that part if you can, because nothing is ever going to stay the same, but whatever phase of life you're in or whatever phase of life you're transitioning into, there's always going to be something good about it that wasn't there before. Yeah, when you're an adult, you don't necessarily have your parents there every step of the way, but in some cases that can be a good thing. You just have to know that it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but it's not easy for anyone. It's not just you. and it's all going to be okay. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.